The following show features stupid opinions and ideas from two idiot brothers who probably did little research and practiced zero due diligence on the topic at hand. The developers' opinions do not reflect the views of their employer, guests, sponsors, families, neighbors, or pets. If you do not like what they are saying and don't agree with their views or opinions, don't watch the show. We can promise we do not care. Welcome to the worst show on the internet.
Commercial.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home or even a horse farm, call me, Amy Watkins with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Stauffer Realty, and I'll be with you every step of the way.
Settings. It is. I can hear it. Okay. Hey, everybody. We're back in the studio. It's a train wreck. We haven't been here in months.
I know. It's been a while. It's been a bit. But thank you all for joining us. Tonight we have a couple special guests.
Where's the puppies?
Come
here, girls. Or boys or girls. Come here. Hold on. We got him. Hold on. We're coming. Oh, by the way, this is Chief Wilson. Sorry. We're getting got. Yes. We're getting got stage by the
More importantly.
I don't know. Puppies. Are you a boy? Oh, you're the boy.
Hi. So, no, you have the girl.
Is that, wait, this is a girl?
Yes.
That's a girl.
That is Pinto. And that is Boston.
Oh, look at her. Look at her. And they're here. Put that a little closer, Chief. And they're going to be able to get adopted this weekend?
Yeah, so we have Sherry and Stephanie with us from Every Dog Matters. And last year we had, how many, Sherry? We had five. We had 5 puppies that we had at our Safety Forces Appreciation Picnic.
Yeah.
And all 5 of those puppies got adopted by people who came to our picnic.
Really?
And
That's
it was
awesome.
a real special thing because it's very hard to get, puppies fostered and adopted right now, or dogs, puppies, whatever.
Yeah.
So we're coming back again this year. Not only will we have these two puppies, but there's two other ones that we have. And,
Loki, love it.
And then Loki and Archer, they're actually adult dogs. Loki right now is living with Stephanie. She's fostering.
Okay.
And Sherry's my fiance. So we have these two dogs that
you have
are
those
living
two
with us. Yes.
Hey, come over here real fast.
Fostering right now.
So we are fostering.
Yeah. Sit down right there. Sit down right there. Don't be scared. Like seriously, like nobody's watching. You're good. All right. So you guys are fostering.
Yes, we are currently fostering Pinto in Boston.
Turn her mic on, Isaac.
Not working.
Oh my God! Talk. Hit it, Isaac.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, you're
You
good.
can share.
You're
Check
good.
one,
No,
two.
you're good.
Check 1 2. It's working.
Yeah, you're good.
So tell us. So what's it like at fostering?
It's a joy. It's a lot of things. You get to see them grow up. You get to train them. You get to teach them in their most vital time. Right now
Okay.
is the perfect time to be teaching them how to sit, stay, manners, potty training. But it is a lot of work.
Do you end up like my whole thing about fostering? I'd be so worried about like getting attached.
Yes, I do get attached, and I'm going to cry when they leave.
Right,
I
you'd have
fostered
to.
3 puppies prior to this
Yeah.
2 years ago, and I end up keeping one.
Oh, you did see
So-
exactly.
Yeah, and the other
How many dogs do
two,
you have? How many dogs do you have?
I have one dog right now, and these two with me.
Yeah. So the one dog that we have is the greatest dog in the world.
Okay. And how
She was a foster
is
cat.
your the
Great.
girl with the
He's
puppies?
great with them. He's
Yeah.
he's this big, huge bully pit,
Yeah.
and he gets along. He lets them bite on him, and
Yeah.
jump on him, and yeah, he's a good dog.
But
That's awesome.
another great thing, like I said, we'll have 4 puppies out there to show everybody that are up for adoption or foster. We'll have
Out of this litter.
out of this litter,
Two
we'll have
litter.
the 2 adult dogs we're bringing out. But on our website, Every Dog Matters, there's a lot of dogs that we have
Great
that are
dogs.
in shelters or in our shelter or at fosters. Another thing that the reason why we're there is not only to get these puppies some exposure,
Yeah.
but Sherry, Stephanie, Amanda, Renee, the volunteers that work or volunteer at the
Yeah.
rescue, they're a good source of information. So if a dog comes up to your house, who are you going to call? You can call the police. We'll come. We'll say, yeah, there's a dog, and we'll help you figure out what to do with the dog. A lot of times we take it to a dog pound, but
Yeah.
you can call, make contact with somebody from our rescue that might be able to help you out and get the dog in a little bit better place than the pound or something like that.
Right.
A little quicker, because the pound, I believe they hold 82 dogs at one time.
No,
and
more than that.
80
they had 88 at one time. I
Right,
believe.
but I think they're set up for 82 maybe. I don't know. I just
That's
see 82
crazy.
full capacity a lot. So they're at full capacity a lot. So we try to take dogs as other rescues do, try to take dogs from the pound to
We pull
alleviate
dogs from the
them.
pound.
So that's where we get a lot of our dogs, but some of our dogs that we get are dogs that are found.
And what's the name of the organization?
Every Dog Matters Rescue.
Every Dog Matters Rescue. Okay, cool. We're gonna remember
If
that
you
one
want to
too.
apply, you just go on everydogmatters.org.
Is that a nonprofit?
Yes, we have a
Okay.
501c.
Okay, 501c nonprofit.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
It's all fundraising. That's how we.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Very
Keep
good. I
going.
love that. And
All right.
yeah. So
You guys good?
that was she was like off. She wants gone. She wants gone. See ya. Bye.
My puppies.
That was fast. So where are they going to be this week? We're going to talk about it a little
Yeah,
bit. 11 to 2 at the Township Park.
Township Park. Yep.
Okay.
Safety Forces Appreciation Picnic.
All right.
And Sherry, she'll have a booth there, and Stephanie will be bringing Loki,
Okay.
because Loki lives with her.
What kind of dog's Loki?
A pit bull.
Pit bull. Nice.
He's small, yes.
Every pit bulls get such a bad rap. They are and we've talked about this before. They're the nicest, sweetest dogs I've ever been around. Like my buddies had pet bulls, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's a pit bull." By the end, I think we were watching TV. By the end, he had 2 pit bulls. These 2 girl pit bulls were laying on me like little kids, and I'm like, "These are the nicest dogs I've ever been around."
Loki will take any opportunity to nap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So they'll be out there, and again, she'll have a booth there. And if anybody has any questions, like, hey, if my dog, if I can't find my dog gets loose, who can I call to help me find it? Sherry and I what night was that? Sherry, Tuesday night. one of her friends, and actually, so my dog's name's Blake.
Okay.
And one of his brother was living on the west side and happens to be one of Sherry's friends' relatives.
Yeah.
So Sherry's friend calls her up and says, "Hey, what's the name? Zeus is the name of that dog.
That's an awesome name.
Zeus ran away from home and they
Mhm.
can't find him." So Sherry's like, "Hey, let's go see if we can help him find
Yeah.
Zeus." So we're over on the west side, Tuesday night, 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11, driving up and down streets trying to help them find Zeus. So
Did they find Zeus?
No.
Oh no.
There was
no.
a sighting on Bon Air,
Yeah.
but by the time we got there, it was like an hour later.
I'm telling everybody,
Please.
Apple Pod, the Apple tags,
Yeah.
you can get them on your collar.
We have them on both of our
I have them
dogs.
on all my two cats and my dog.
Right.
It is the most. I think those are the most important thing because that way you can track them.
Yeah,
as long
the-
as they're by a phone.
Chipped and also the Apple tags so that you
Yeah.
can find them. And we have both of our dogs. Our cats don't, but
Yeah, because with our Facebook groups, it's amazing how many people lose their dogs.
Right.
Every stinking day.
Yep.
Mhm.
So,
So-
wow. All right. Well, I hope they find them.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. So that's what we do,
Yeah.
and it's so there's the rescue is a source, and we'll give out our telephone numbers and stuff like that. If
Okay.
anybody needs help with stuff like that, that's why we're here.
Wow. Awesome. All right. Well, let's. Are you guys leaving?
I didn't know if you were done with it.
Where you go? Sure.
Okay.
Let us pet the puppies and leave.
I thought you wanted me to leave. I'm like,
No, you can say
Yeah,
they're
I'm
adorable.
with you.
Oh my god, they're so cute. I love them. I want one.
so what else are we covering
Okay.
today?
So
gentlemen?
well, introduce yourself, sir.
Okay. My name's Greg Wilson. I'm the chief of police for Poland Township.
How long have you been the police chief for?
December 17th, 2021, I was sworn in.
Okay,
I
I
worked
remember this.
with Brian Gooden
Yeah.
till he retired February 28th. So we kind of worked with two acting chiefs at one time.
Right.
So he could help me out with things that
Well,
I needed to
where
know.
did you? We always. And by the way, this is our first police chief.
Right. It is.
We've had a
it's
couple
big
police
deal.
officers on. This is our first police.
Nobody
chief.
usually nobody wants anything to do with us.
He needed us this week.
We finally convinced. We finally convinced
Yes,
him.
but I've promised you two more after this, so I think we're good.
We had him sign a contract and everything
Yeah.
to force him to come back for more.
Yeah, we had to finally get him. So where are you from originally? Like, we always ask everybody.
Poland,
You went to Poland?
Mhm.
When'd you graduate?
90.
90. Okay. So and then graduate from Poland, and then what happens?
Well,
Give us your
I-
backstory.
I went to college for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I came home and
Party too hard, and then
Well, no, I went to college for a little bit, and it just wasn't for me. So I came back home and decided to go to the police academy. And I went to the police academy and I worked a couple, because back then
Where was the police academy at back
it was
then?
actually in Poland. It was at Union School. So
Okay.
Union,
No way.
Yeah, Union School was actually closed at that time, and they had the police academy at the school. It was on the third floor
Ah.
because they were renting out the rooms, for various things.
Yeah.
And the Western Reserve Police Academy was there.
so Union was used not for a school before.
Correct.
I
Do you
didn't know
remember
that.
why?
No.
Tell us not enough kids. I would love to
I
know
would
that
love
history.
to know that because then it would be like it would
A
be
rotation.
Rotation. Yeah.
Like we always talk about, like the rotating.
Yeah. Wow. How many people did you graduate with when you graduated
And
in Poland?
it was like 180.
So it was a lot more than it is now.
Yeah, they're like one classes are like 130, 140 now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So-
go ahead, Chief. Sorry.
So then a couple worked at Struthers for a little short time, worked at YSU, worked at Mahoney County, and then got a full-time job at Poland
Mhm.
and started there part-time, worked my way up to full-time, worked on the road for many years, midnight turns, afternoon turns, weekends, holidays. And then I was able to get assigned to the drug task force in Mahoney County. So
Awesome.
I worked there for about 18 years. And then probably about 2 years after I got assigned to the task force, I was assigned a detective, and I worked there for about 15
For
years.
Mahoney County
No, for
or
for
Poland
Township.
detective. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So it's probably been about 15-16 years since I've been off the road. So I'm
Wow.
learning as I go too.
Yeah.
Because it's different types of jobs.
Yeah.
So
What so I'm in the grand jury. I'm not allowed to talk about stuff because I'm sure
Don't talk
I'm
about
not
it.
because I know they're watching. The drug thing. That is like It's insane. Like you hear about the issues with drugs, Isaac, I think today we reviewed like 18 cases. 16 of them were drugs.
Really?
I mean, it is unbelievable. It's still unbelievable. It's crazy. I mean, what was that like? I mean, even like how long ago was that? Were you on the drug?
Well, December of last year.
Yeah,
2021.
So you were doing that. I mean, that's insane.
When you do jury duty, how long are you like? I thought it was like one case, but no, it's a bunch.
Well, the grand jury, it's a long story. It's every Thursday for like 3 or 4 hours, and we have the prosecutor and the police officers in there, and they present to the jury if it's like indicted by the grand jury. You ever hear that?
Yeah.
So it's like they present their cases, and we what is it called? It's called something. What's it called, Chief? It's called bill or no. Yeah, true bill
or a no bill.
If you no bill, it doesn't go to trial. And that's like when you hear somebody bad, it's like he's been indicted on that. So that's what that is.
Oh, interesting.
It's actually really interesting. We had like 18 cases.
Yeah.
They come in, the police from each, like we had I'm not allowed to say it.
Yeah, don't say it.
So I'm going to stop talking about it.
Well, they've actually done a really good job. Mike Yakavone is the prosecutor who runs that now, and he's done a really nice job of streamlining that because when I first started as a detective, you would get a grand jury subpoena, and you knew you were there for 4 hours.
4 hours.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
3-4 hours. We get there when at 8:30. As you walked in, they kind of noted when you got there, and they would just go by, who got there, when you got there. So you try to get there as early as you could.
Yeah.
And then they kind of streamlined, the process, and it worked out. They gave you, towards the end of my career as a detective, they would give you a cert around time, like, hey, don't come at 8:30, come at 9. You can come at 9.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit easier to get in and out now.
I like this Mike guy. I really do. And we've given them grief before. The prosecutor's office over the whole firing of Ricky Morrison. And then I don't want to say I think I was intentionally put on the jury, but I'm pretty sure I was intentionally put on the jury when I got selected.
I think you're allowed to say that.
I'm allowed to say that. That's not about a case. That's about me getting put on the jury. I'm pretty sure. But it's amazing to me the way the prosecutor or Mike sets up the cases, and the police come in, tell the story, and then Mike's okay. We're going to hit them with this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, really interesting. And anybody ever gets that, I would suggest doing that. Because it is
learning experience.
I'm learning
local,
exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
justice system works.
Yeah, 100%. So it's really, really interesting. So, all right. So then, Poland. So police chief. What's that like? I mean, is that
when you were going to become police chief? Did you kind of know it was coming, and then they kind of integrated you in, or how did it?
Like, was that your ultimate goal?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I worked there for almost 30 years at that point. I saw a lot of good things happen, some other things, maybe not so good happen. And I knew I had a lot to offer because I was very fortunate because, working for the Drug Task Force, I got to work with people from Boardman, Austintown, Youngstown, Mahoney County, Springfield, Struthers, all the local jurisdictions, come together and form the task force. So I got to work with them on a daily basis. In drug work, there's a lot of surveillance. There's a lot of downtime where you're just sitting there watching something. So what are you doing? You're talking about, work, about things like that. So I got to learn, how other places are doing things, the equipment that they have, the procedures that they have. And so I've been able to bring a lot of that I learned over those years, from the other agencies, and have been able to bring that back. And, through the help of, the officers that we have. And, I'd like to get into that and talk a little bit about them because, we have fantastic police officers.
Yeah, they've been great. Yeah.
Our roster of police officers is phenomenal.
I had somebody text me today, and this is a wife of one of the police officers. Maybe you can guess which one it was. Wants to know who your favorite officer is.
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that.
It's not him.
I can tell you. And then she said, also, who are you voting for Struthers County mayor? Or not mayor, a Struthers County judge. Those were the two questions. For those of you watching from home, you could probably figure out who that was.
So here's what I'll say. we are very fortunate that we are going to get a judge in the Struthers Municipal Court.
From Poland.
That's from Poland.
That's amazing.
Right.
Yep.
And that's where I stand on that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, and I'm
Yeah.
happy.
I-
And so
I know both of we met
Right.
both of them.
Right.
That is ridiculously hard for us to pick that. I mean, I
Right.
don't know how I'm going to do it. I might just throw something up on the wall. I really don't know. And like I
Right.
said, we're getting from Poland. That's a big deal, right?
mhm.
To have somebody from Poland as
It's
the
huge.
Struthers judge.
It's the first time.
Yeah,
First
that's
time.
crazy. So that's amazing. And then so tell how many police officers do you have?
18 right now.
18.
Mhm.
How many of them? This is my question. How many of them are under like 30? Because you got some young police officers.
So let's go. So you have myself. I'm a little older than 30.
Yeah.
Sergeant Hanley. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Sergeant Hanley. Sergeant Hanley's been on Midnight Turn.
Dogs are going through the wires.
Sergeant Hanley's been on Midnight Turns for many, many years.
Okay.
He was been a Midnight Turn guy, became sergeant, stayed on Midnight Turns. He's a student of law enforcement.
Okay.
He's fantastic. He loves Midnight Turns. He's going to retire on Midnight Turns.
Wow,
He
that's
wants
just what he
to.
does.
Yeah.
Wow.
So phenomenal. He's not 30. Or
Okay.
He's older.
Yeah.
He's a little older than me. He actually went to school with Brian Gooden.
Okay. Yeah.
He's
So
found
then-
a good spot to sleep. He enjoys sleeping.
No. The work product that comes out of him, because right now when I took over, we decided to the trustees they approved us getting into a contract with a company from California
Okay.
named LexiPol. And what LexiPol does is they govern policies for police agencies and different governments.
Okay.
So what we're in the process of doing, and what we've been doing since March of last year, is
Yeah.
changing from the very first page to the very last page of our policy manual, updating
Just
everything.
going through everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's okay. You guys taking off?
Are you gone now? All right. Bye. Say bye. Bye. Bye, puppies. Good luck getting adopted.
So yeah, so we're and Sergeant Hanley, that's his main focus right now. So
Yeah.
he comes in to work every single night. And he also so we have 2 patrol officers out on a midnight turn. So he's he's a sergeant, but
Okay.
he patrols Poland Township.
Yep.
And he's also in charge of the officer that's working with him. So
Right.
he has supervisory duties, he has patrol duties, but then he's also, helping me,
Yeah.
completely redo our policy manual. So we have him, Sergeant Jackson. He's a detective sergeant. He works day term with
Okay.
me. He's not under 30. He's my right hand man. He's there every day. He's fantastic. He went into that position with no experience in investigations, but anything that I give him to do, he just takes it and he does a fantastic
Wow.
job
Awesome.
with it. Then we have Sergeant McCrae. He works afternoon turns. He's not under 30. The thing about Sergeant McCrae is that he's a road guy. You know, he dabbled in the detective position a little bit and just wasn't his forte. Wanted to go back to the road. We promoted him to a sergeant. The officers all look up to him because when he's on the road, he commands attention. He knows what he's doing. He knows the community. He lives here. Great job. So then we have Patrolman Henderson. She's our senior patrol officer.
I've met her a couple times, right?
Fantastic community liaison. She's in the community.
I was going to say everybody knows her and everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
100%.
She's fantastic. Does a great job for us. Knowledgeable. She's been here for close to 30 years as well.
Wow. 30 years.
Mhm.
Wow.
Close. Yeah.
Wow.
And then who's so Jeff Lewis. Jeff Lewis is next. Jeff is my age, went to school, graduated 1 year ahead of me. We got lucky with Jeff. I mean, Jeff was at YPD for a while. Early in his career, he did some investigations. Kind of was a journeyman through Mahoney County, and then he wound up back here at Poland, and he's been here ever since. Loves it. Never hear a peep out of him. You ask him, "Hey Jeff, how do you like working at Poland Township?" I love it. There's not one thing wrong with this place, because he's worked at places that have had faulty equipment. That hasn't had. And then he comes here. We have a great community, have great equipment, trustees, I can't even what they have given our police department in this community and what they have done for us. There's just, I really can't even bring up the words to explain.
The trustees, you can tell they care. and they have supported us too
Right.
with our events.
Mhm.
They've donated personal money out of their, they can't give it from the township, obviously, but they've donated. I mean, they're awesome. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
always
for sure.
supporting the community.
supported us.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yep.
again, I was fortunate when I came in.
Yeah.
They ARPA money. That at the
Ah,
same
right.
time I took over, ARPA money came in.
Yeah.
And for years we were falling a little bit behind in maybe some equipment and different techniques and things like that. And I came in and I was like, look, this is my plan. This is what I like to do. 100% support. Always asking questions. Making sure it's not like, well, Greg wants it, so we're going to give it to him. It's like, no. Why do you want it? How much is it going to cost? What are the benefits? These are
And then
things
you get
that
the
they
ARPA
all
money
ask
and
me.
it's yeah.
Yeah, and
How much did polling get? Do you remember?
I'm not sure how much.
Okay, I wonder.
We spent $300,000 in 2022. That was how much they spent on.
And
us.
what's that? What kind of stuff do you get?
We got 4 cars with that.
Okay.
Our fleet was getting very old.
Yeah,
So
the new cars are sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, those are roughly 50,000 a piece.
Wow.
And then when you put everything in it, then
Yeah.
you're right around a little more than 50, 60,000. We got tasers. We never had
Yeah.
tasers.
Do you have body cameras?
No.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
in a little bit.
That's interesting. Okay. Sorry.
And portable radios. We only had a couple portable radios, so everybody was sharing them. And what happens when you share a portable radio that has antennas and buttons,
Mhm.
they break all the time.
Yeah.
And we're costing a lot of money having to fix those radios. So we purchased enough radios so each officer could have their own radio,
Yeah.
take it home. They take care of them. Since that time, knock on wood, we haven't had any issues
Makes
with
sense.
them. So we got new rifles. We had rifles that were purchased many moons ago. So we got new SIG rifles with optics and flashlights on them. We got new shotguns. We have new tablets. So we had laptops in our cars. And that's where we can run plates and different things like that. But we got tablets with GPS enabled in it. So now, we can track where our cars are. So now for years, it was always our call taking was driven by seniority. So if I'm working with a younger officer and we get a call, the younger officer would take the call. Will he take that call, take the next call, until the older officer maybe felt a little bit bad for him and said, I'll take one, or he was tied up.
Right.
So when I came in, I said, we have GPS on our
Whoever's
tablets
closer,
now.
yeah.
So the dispatcher has a map right there.
Right.
So get a call, dispatcher looks up and says, oh, okay, he's closer. They dispatched a closer call. That cuts down on our response time. So if we have a guy up on the North Hill, he's not coming all the way,
Yeah.
North
Here.
Hill's the other side of Lowville.
Yep.
By the
Yep.
way, you know that.
Yep.
Remember we talked about
You
that?
guys are all the way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Remember that? With the
Yeah.
same with the fire.
21 square miles.
If you're watching from home, if you didn't know this, check out a map of Poland Township and you'll see it. It is
There's a piece
abs-
there.
there's that little
Yeah.
piece up there. They have a fire, but it's that you guys have to go all the way over there.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. They're Poland Township residents.
That is
and
crazy.
that was one thing when I, and I know Brian was the same way.
Yeah.
We would tell they're Poland Township residents. They pay taxes just like everybody
Yeah.
else
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
It's important for us to be up there.
Yeah, no
and,
doubt.
and service them just like we service anybody else.
And where's that? So that's on the other side of Lowville, right? Is that if I'm
Mhm.
looking at a map, it's on
Yeah.
the just up past Lowville.
So it's between Lowville and Coatesville.
Is that Lowville School District?
Mhm.
Interesting.
So it's, yeah.
Poland Township. Interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you never think of that.
And there's things, and you talk about dispatching centers. And again, this was one thing that, Eric and Gara was huge on is, whenever we've been dispatched by boardmen for years. So, for right now, Poland Village is the same way. So if you would have a couple of years ago dialed 911 here, say if I was having a heart attack,
Yeah.
You go to Boardman
you'd
first.
go to Boardman. Then they'd have to transfer you to Austintown.
never understood that.
So him and Joanne Wallet and Ed Kempers were like, Boardman's a great dispatching center. Boardman's a great police department.
Yeah.
Todd Worth is a phenomenal police chief, and he has great captains out there. But for our community, it was just important for us to get
Quicker.
everybody over to Austintown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything's working out seamlessly. And even Austintown has dispatchers there that they can kind of like coach you. They could tell you, hey, he's having a heart attack, lift his head,
They
tilt it
know
to
what
the
they're
side.
doing. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
They're trained in that. So, but getting back to the officers, where were we? Jeff Lewis, Mark Peluso. You guys ever meet Mark Peluso?
I've met Mark a couple times. Yeah.
Works afternoon turn. Jeff is actually our high school SRO. Jeff
Okay.
Lewis, getting back to him.
Yep.
Mark is actually going into Holy Family
Oh,
this
okay.
upcoming year. So August 1st, Mark is going into Holy Family, which from everything that I know, we have actually Poland Township has the first MOU with a private like Catholic school to have an SRO in there.
Wow.
That's
Now-
very cool.
Yeah, now there are other departments that put police officers in those schools.
Yeah.
But we actually have an MOU with them for 3 years.
And what's an MOU?
Uh,
Do you
memorandum of understanding.
got it?
And so he'll be in the school, and he's actually going to take a 40-hour class, and he's going to actually be in the school because it has younger kids.
Yeah.
So our police officers in the high school are essentially there. There's no fighting, no vandalism, property damage, making sure that there's no unwelcome visitors, doors are shut.
Yeah.
They're secure, and that place is tight.
Yeah.
The SRO in the Holy Family is going to actually be a more of an SRO to the fact that he's going to be instructing as well. Maybe instructing. Don't use drugs. Alcohol is bad.
Wow.
Things like that to the younger kids.
Yeah, because Holy Family's all younger. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting how you go from the superhero to like for the little kids, it was always the superhero within the school to okay, now you're stopping kids from vandalizing, and you kind of have to change your
100%,
trajectory of like, don't be a bunch of punk kids from.
Yeah.
Look, this is the awesome
Yeah,
police officer,
yeah,
and he's who you
that's
call
so
if you
true.
you need help.
But
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong though.
Yeah.
Poland High School.
Of course.
Yeah.
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 It's a gold mine, not a gold
Yeah.
mine. It's a great place.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
have those problems there.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Speaking of that, I got a message from Mr. Hockenberry,
Yeah.
Superintendent Hockenberry. Thanks for helping us build one of the strongest SRO programs in the state. We have 2 different officers, drone capabilities, and of course, Pogo the dog. So he's saying he's giving you a shout out there.
Yeah. I love Craig.
Yeah.
And we could talk. And the bad thing is it. And it's bad, but it's good. Like I could talk about our police department for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like and just the government itself of Poland.
Yeah.
For hours, because there's so much that we have done since early of last year.
Well,
and the officers that we have, so we have Mark that's going into the Holy Family. He's a great officer. I mean, he works afternoon turns with Sergeant McCrae right now. When I know those 2 are on duty, I'm able to, just go home,
relax a little bit, watch
and,
TV.
and
Yeah.
I'm like, they got it.
Yeah.
I'd want Mark in my foxhole. Something
Yeah.
happens,
Right.
I want him right
Right.
beside me. And then we have Joe Patton. You guys ever meet Joe?
If I've ever met. I know faces. I know some of the ones
The
that I met
names
that
sound familiar.
the ones that
too.
are involved with the school.
That's
I-
Joe.
okay.
Joe's in the high school
Okay.
as well. Joe's taller.
Yep. I know the younger guys.
Mhm.
What's the guy? The Pogo. The one who
Yeah.
who works with Pogo.
Ethan.
Yep. And I know. Oh God, he used to play basketball with us at the Y. His dad. It starts with a G. Off. He's newer.
What is it?
Newer.
Nick Argyris.
Argyris.
Yeah.
Nick Argyris. He used to play basketball with us at the Y.
What's he look like?
You totally remember. He's a brother too. I'll show you a picture of him.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Yeah. He used to play basketball with him at the
Interesting.
Y. So I know like the younger ones, I definitely know because
Yeah.
you hired a lot of Poland people, right?
We have and we don't go searching for them.
Yeah. That's great.
It just it comes to our attention.
Yeah.
Hey, so and so is going to the academy,
Yeah.
and right now one of the problems in law enforcement is recruiting. It's getting police officers.
Right.
A lot of these police departments, it's hard to, really nobody's really at max level. Everybody's looking for police officers.
Right.
So whenever we, hear of an individual that's going to the, maybe starting the academy pretty soon, that's when I start the recruiting process. Just so happens when, Ethan was going,
Yeah.
it was told to me, hey, this kid, Ethan, he's going to the academy. I know him, really good
Yeah.
kid. Same with Zach. Zach's going to the academy. Zach actually, before he was going to the academy, came to one of our alert trainings to be a role player. So I got to meet him then, and again, that's where the recruiting starts because,
Wow.
nowadays it's not like, hey, we need a cop, put an ad in the paper and you're going to get, 300-400 people.
It's not like
come
that
to you.
anymore, yeah.
You have to recruit. You have to, and that's a good thing. Your product has to be a good product, and what we're able to put out there, what we're, what we have for our community, people are buying into it. They realize, hey, Poland's on the move. We're
there it is, Craig.
I hate
there it is, Craig.
There it was. Use that. I didn't mean we're on the move. I meant
but we are on the move.
There it was, Craig.
It's like that's just here on the move all the time.
Yeah.
Craig's at home right now. He's like,
yes. He's like, yes.
I actually miss his YouTube videos every single Friday.
Yeah,
I look
where those
forward
at,
to 'em.
Craig?
So he was on the move, and then all of a sudden he's standing at a podium all the time.
Yeah, summer now he's just sitting there, right? Come on, Craig.
Yeah.
That
So
is funny.
So I don't want to leave anybody out. So let me finish
keep going, keep
with our
going.
roster.
Yeah.
Joe Patton, again, phenomenal guy. Great. He was at Struthers for many years, and again, he was an officer that said, hey, look, Poland's hiring. I'm working, at a different location, but you know what? That's a really great department. He came with us and he's done a great job. Billy Aaron, he's next on our roster. He's under 30. So this is where we start.
Yep.
Yeah.
Under 30s. And, worked at Mill Creek Park a little bit, went to YSU. I think he has a degree. He actually took my position at the drug task force. So he works at the drug task force 2 days a week.
Yeah.
And then he works on the road here in Poland 3 days a week. Again, great tactical kid, great, smart, and level-headed, great officer. And then Nick Argyris.
Yep.
Nick was working at Camel. And again, like
is he a Camel kid?
No,
is he Poland?
He's a Poland kid.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna find him and see if I
yeah.
can find him.
Yeah, Nick's like Billy again, saying, great level-headed kid.
Yeah, I remember that kid. Yeah,
100%.
he's a total Poland kid. He's about my age.
Yeah. He's your, he's like 30.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's exactly your age.
So we would go to the Y with
Yeah.
and the South Range kids would play basketball with the Poland kids.
He would
and-
play. Yeah, he played with us all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yep.
He actually he was on the drug task force when I was there. Camel had sent him to the drug task force, so he has some investigative experience as well coming over. So it was a great pickup for us with him. And then we have Ethan, of course, with Pogo.
Yep, and you could watch that show with that. We had him on, and Pogo was sitting on the table. It was amazing.
Yeah, I did. I loved it.
Yeah.
And Ethan's great. Ethan only has a year and a half on. And people, they don't realize because he has a dog. They're thinking, he has a lot of experience.
Right.
But the potential in him as well as any of these younger officers is it's through the roof. And I hope I'm around to see where they can go with their careers because it. And then we have Brandon Schuler. Brandon's another. He was working in Camel part-time.
Okay.
We hired him on full-time. We got lucky. Kevin Safara, the chief in Camel, and I are very good friends. And when Brandon came with us full-time, that was it was a sore subject because he really liked Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon does a
But it wasn't
phenomenal
full-time
job.
though in Campbell,
No,
right? Yeah. So
no.
there you go.
And Brandon works midnight turns for us right now. And he does a phenomenal job. I mean, the kid is he's a rock star.
Yeah.
I can't say enough good stuff about him. And then we have Zach. Zach's the last one.
Yeah.
And I pray I didn't forget anybody, but I believe we're good. Zach.
Big boy. That's what I don't even know Zach's name. I just call him Big Boy.
I don't know if I've ever met
He's
Zach.
been lifting at concrete for a couple months now. And just a big dude. Tall, real good shape.
I think
Stronger than
that
me.
these the young police that just go left after they're done because all of them are pretty good.
If I'm ever getting the crap kicked out of me in Poland Township by some random guy, I hope he shows up and helps me out.
So Zach actually tests out tomorrow. So Zach has been in our FTO program at Poland. And I forget when we hired him. We hired him probably 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay. What's an FTO?
Field training officer.
So it's a test?
Yeah.
What's that?
What's the requirement?
Well,
What's he gonna pass?
it's a practical test. So it's not. No, they have a test. We have a test on our policies, procedures, laws, and things like that.
Dude, you forgot Dan.
Okay. It couldn't have happened to a better person.
Yeah, Jennifer said Dan is before Billy.
Yes, he is.
You forgot Dan. That's amazing.
But he's my favorite one. So we'll get back to Dan.
Okay, hold on. Jen, we'll talk about Dan in
Yeah,
a second.
relax.
That is
Relax.
so funny. We were talking. To be fair, we were talking about him earlier.
Yeah,
To
we
be
already
fair.
talked about him.
To be fair, go ahead.
Right.
All right, sorry.
So and then there will be like a practical, he'll have to make a traffic stop and show if the guy he arrest a person, handcuffing and evidence and different all kinds of
Do
stuff.
you have like
that.
fake like people who fake that then, or like
Yep.
actors, or
Mhm. Yeah, we'll have somebody.
How do you get
can
that
I
job?
do that job?
Well, we'll bring you in.
Can we
Heck
film
yeah.
it? Can we film it?
So like, do you give me like give them like a script, like, hey, this is what you're gonna do,
Yeah.
and this is what they have to.
Mhm.
Can I try and outrun one?
You're gonna,
Wait,
so
wait,
you can get paid
Wow.
to like get tased
don't
and
get-
stuff.
Well, no,
Yeah,
no, they don't
paid.
get
It's
paid.
volunteer.
So like
Oh, they
right
don't get
now,
paid? It's
do you
volunteer
know
work.
Tom Johnson? He's a retired police officer for us.
I don't.
Okay, well, he retired
Okay.
4 or 5 years ago, so he just comes in and we just put him in the car,
Oh, okay.
and he just runs through it. It's not,
Okay.
it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to be running down.
No, it's done in our back parking
Okay.
lot. It's nothing,
All right.
nothing great.
I'm going to run down 170 getting chased by a cop training.
This is Luke Foopster. He is a streaker through Poland Township. How do you handle it, Zach? How do you handle it?
Come on, Zach.
Go ahead, Luke.
Come on, Zach.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. Sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. But yeah, he'll do well. He's done really great so far for us. So, and let's
Let's talk about Dan.
Dan.
Because I don't want to make her mad. I don't want to make Dan
Dan
mad.
super act. Dan works day turn.
Yeah.
He has seniority up there enough to get him on day turn, and Dan does a phenomenal job for us. I mean, Dan's worked at McDonald's. He worked at Liberty. He has some good experience behind him.
Yeah.
And he's very knowledgeable. But not only is he knowledgeable, can he do his job out there on the road,
Right.
but you always have to have that guy in your department that is your go-to guy. Like, we have the 2 speed monitoring signs.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, so he's one who goes with the road department and he takes them down, downloads all the information from the monitoring signs and has them put up somewhere else. He takes, he's one of our guys that takes care of our fleet.
Right.
Checks the mileage. When do we need oil? So not only is he out on the road answering calls, not only is he on the streets like a Denver drive where we get complaints of speeders and whatnot.
Yeah.
Not only does he do all of that, but he does extra on top of it, So again, I can't, say enough about him. He could easily, say, well, why do I have to do it? Nobody, but no, he loves it. He works day turn. He comes in, does a phenomenal job.
Back to a
for us.
little detail you just shared with us. If you're allowed to give me this information or not, those speed signs they record all the data from the people driving by.
Mhm.
So if somebody goes 95 by at a certain time every night, you guys could eventually like put a car.
Yeah. What do
there
you do
and
with the
wait for it.
data? What do you do with the
No.
data? I guess
It doesn't work
No,
like that.
no. So what we do is it only collects information and it will only display on the sign to what. So like if it's a 35 hour per hour zone, we might put it at 25. So anything up to 25, it's not even display anything.
Okay.
So when you start getting to 25, it'll be green, and then when it hits 35,
Yeah, it goes red.
it'll
Yeah.
say slow down or
Yeah.
36. Now, if we cut it off at like 50, it'll say all the way up to 50 that you're going 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But then once it gets to 51, it'll shut down. And then that doesn't go into calculation. So,
Oh.
so it takes the low numbers and the high numbers
To see the average
off of
speed.
it.
To see the
Yes.
Right.
statistics.
Yes.
Okay.
So
It's not like
The ones
it's
I-
not like 7 p.m. 37 8 like 7
I went by
It
the
doesn't
one on
record
my
it.
bike and it was going like 15 and it was like, thank you. Like it literally said, thank you for not speeding.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
those are
Huh.
great. And again, those, I left those out with
Mhm.
COVID money.
Yeah.
We are, our residents love whenever, people drive the speed limit on their streets and they'll call us and whenever they feel, people are going too fast. And, the thing that we always did before is the chief would say, hey, go on, Denver Drive and, slow the people down. And, when I took over, I said, well, there's a better way to do this. We can
Okay.
do it the scientific way. And again, I've said this a million times and I'm not smart enough to tell you exactly how it works.
Yeah.
But I could tell you that when you're driving somewhere that you go every single day,
Right.
you're not even thinking
No.
about driving.
Nope.
So your brain is going like this as you're driving. So whenever you see that light or you see that slow down, your brain stops. and it starts
That
going the
makes
opposite
sense
direction.
to slow down.
So that's why it has the blinking lights. That's why it has
Like
all that.
Spittler for one is like a prime example
Yeah.
of Poland. It's like I don't even think
Yep.
because I'm almost home
Yep.
and I'm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just, you don't even, and it's like 35.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. For sure.
And that may so it's just making you slow down.
Yeah. So, and we're collecting data at the same time.
Right.
So if somebody would call and say, hey, they're speeding on my road all the time, you could sit there and say, well, there's a lot of times that we get those calls where they're really not speeding.
Right.
It could be 25, but the people are going 26,
Yeah.
going 27.
Right.
That might be the average. But this way, we can tell you for sure. We can tell you.
See,
Here's the
you know,
average speed. Is,
we could tell you, you know what? The average speed is 27.
Right.
The speed limit's 25. We'll come and help you out. We'll get them to try to get them below 25. But
interesting.
There's a lot of people. The funniest thing that I always hear is Poland Village gave me a ticket for going 26 and a 25. And I tell everybody, show me a copy of the ticket.
I've never seen one.
If you could show me a copy of that ticket, I'll buy you dinner.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody who's ever gotten a ticket
Yeah.
for going 26 and a 25 in Poland Village.
We have defended Poland Village. I've gotten into it with people on Facebook about it. I've gotten into it with people in person about it, where it's like, I got it. And I said the same thing. Prove it.
Mhm.
Oh, no. And then, I was going 35 in a 25 and they gave me a ticket. That's ridiculous. I
don't even think they give you a ticket for that either. I think they're like at least 13 or 14.
Well, my argument, remember there were a couple posts with those people giving them crap about it. And he's like, I was going 10. I was on the way to the hospital. I'm like, that's great. My kids walk on those roads.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I want them to give you tickets if you're going 10
I was
10
sick and I was going home and I just wanted to be home. Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah,
but-
don't kill my kid on the way
right,
home. You know what I'm saying? Like there's kids everywhere. So I don't blame you guys at all. So can I before we go, I want to ask you some we got like when we got like 10 minutes, I want to ask you some questions that people have or people say like you just did with the speeding tickets that are like true or false for police officers, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like example, like Poland Village, do they give tickets 1 mile over? Like fun stuff. No,
Sure.
we're not gonna
Whatever.
So sorry, finish up
Okay,
there.
so we got 4 part-timers too.
Okay.
We have Frank DeMaine. Frank was a full-timer for us for many years. He decided to, take a job, out of law enforcement, but he remained with us part-time. So again, invaluable resource for our younger officers. He works, 1 day a week for us. And, when he's working with a young guy, it's great for that guy to, get the information. He lives in Poland, good guy. Bob Smith, he's a full-time Struthers cop. He works for us 1 day a week again. A wealth of knowledge. This guy's been a cop for like 37 years. And, he's worked in Struthers, seen it, been there, done it. And I love having him on our department. Like he actually is a Poland guy. He graduated from Poland, I think in like 86 or 87.
Very cool.
And then we have Chelsea Wolf. Chelsea's on the fire department here in Poland, but she works full-time at YSU. And having somebody like Chelsea on the department that, she worked as a fireman, she works as an EMT. So she's got a nice background of knowledge, not only in law enforcement, but those other areas that, she can, give out. And then we have Tyler Thompson, who's a full-time police officer in Camel. And he came over and he works with us part-time. And again, Tyler's a great kid. We love talking about food and he loves talking about traveling because he does a lot of traveling, but he's a full-time Camel guy. So he gives us a day a week as well. So that rounds out our department. We have Diane Daly. She is our secretary.
Okay.
She was part-time for a while and the trustees just hired her gave her a full-time job.
Nice.
Because what we're doing, as you can see, everything that we have, done since, March of last year, there's paperwork, there's follow-up, and, so the secretary's duty as we progress, her job responsibilities progress, so it was time that, we needed to bring in a full-time, person at that position. So we have her. So
how many do you know? You might not even know this. How many people live in Poland Township?
We're just below 15,000.
Wow. 15,000. That's a lot. If you think about it, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
And that like voters, or is that including kids and everything?
That's from what's on our webpage and the
Okay.
census. I don't know, how they bring that up, but the population of Poland, from my understanding, is just below 15,000.
Wow. There you go. All right, and then let's talk about this weekend real fast, and then we're going to get into the fun questions here.
Okay.
What the heck is going on? I know Angero's making me a hot dog. That is what I know. Angero is making me a freaking hot dog.
So years ago in the 90s, Chief Carl Mazzullo started this, Safety Forces Day, and we had it at Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
And it was a nice time. A lot of it was generated from people going to Giant Eagle, though.
Yeah. They'd
go to Giant Eagle, see the cop cars, police, or fire trucks over there.
Not a bad idea, right?
Come in and take a look. So the trustees, Joanne Wallet was instrumental, but the other Eric and Ed jumped on board and said, "Hey, bring it back."
Okay.
Because one of my philosophies is the community policing. Us being in the community, positive relationships with the community, positive relationships with Poland Village that we have built, Donnie and I, since we both have come in.
Yeah.
The relationship that Craig and Kevin and Mike at the schools have, is off the charts. We've been able to build on those and make them, so we said, let's bring it. We want to, Safety Forces Appreciation Day, and we want it at our park. We have a beautiful park.
It's amazing. Beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing.
And some people they've never even been out there.
Yeah. I go hiking. One day, 2 days a week, I'll go hiking back there and do the whole trail. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
So last year was our first annual. We did it in the past, but it was a safety day at Giant Eagle. But last year was our first annual Safety Forces Appreciation Picnic. And it's a themed picnic. We have the trustees sweating, cooking everybody hot dogs.
Yeah.
They actually are the ones that are cutting up all the watermelon.
Yeah.
People don't understand. We're not hiring people to do this.
They're doing it right.
These are the trustees that are working for their community.
Yeah.
Good.
That's right. You make me hot dogs, Eric.
And they're good. They do a good job. And so we'll have hot dogs, we'll have chips, cookies, candy, watermelon. We have bottles of water.
Yeah.
Those are all free. Come out and get them. And then we'll have
you have like 1 million people, like 1 million groups coming, right? Like I saw that. I was like, holy cow.
So we have the Mahoney County Sheriff's Department's bringing their drone.
Yep.
OSP's coming, and they're going to, hand out different things. The SWAT team's bringing out their Big Bear. It's a big, SWAT vehicle.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, that'll be out there. Poland Village will be out there.
Okay.
The fire department will be out there. Of course, we'll be out there. Pogo will be out there, and we'll have our drone out there as well. And I'm hoping that I didn't miss anybody, but I have the sheriff's department.
Did I see
the okay? Yeah. So the FBI. So we have a scams guy who comes in, and his name's I'm missing it right now, but he comes in the last Thursday of every month, and he puts on a presentation for anybody who wants to come in on being scammed. And so I asked him, I said, why don't you come out here?
That's a great
because
idea.
There's some days I feel bad. I walk in there and it's him and somebody else talking.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, fill this room. This guy's giving you great information.
We should have him on the show.
Yeah. Identity theft in Poland Township is one of the crimes that we investigate the most.
You got to introduce us to. I'd love to have him on the show because that is a huge problem.
He'll come on.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely. So he's coming in. He had contacts at Border Patrol.
Okay.
So he's like, you want Border Patrol here? And I'm like, do I want people coming from Mexico up here? Sure. Whatever. But here's Sandusky. There's an office in Sandusky. So the Border Patrol's coming down to pass out things and be there.
What the heck? Wow.
The FBI did call me today.
Yeah.
And they confirmed that they're going to be here.
So did you see her post?
Like,
somebody put well, you guys aren't allowed to go in there anymore because the FBI.
So if you anybody at home goes to this event, if you're Border Patrol and you're coming to Poland, Ohio, what are you informing the people of? Would be my question. Like, what are you gonna provide them with? Like, maybe just, hey, this is what we do on the border.
I think it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I want to know. I personally, you're in Sandusky. I'd love to know what you guys do. And that's why we're having it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We want the community to know.
Prosecutor's office is coming.
Prosecutor's office is going to be there. This and I always mix this up, Direction One of Eastern Ohio, nonprofit organization for older adults with disabilities.
Okay.
Wow.
They're,
Comment section saying helicopters.
yes,
There's gonna be a helicopter.
we're having 2 helicopters there. Akron Children's Hospital is bringing their Bear helicopter.
What the heck?
That is landing at 11:45.
Okay.
At 12 o'clock, the stat helicopter is landing.
That's the one you always see, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So at 11:45, when the Bear lands, nobody can go in the field because we're having another one land 15 minutes after that. So once that one lands, then everybody can go up. They could check them out.
Yeah.
They could look inside. They could talk to the pilots.
Wow.
But yeah,
Somebody commented we're forgetting about Canadian border. So like you could even do stuff about like Lake Erie and
Sure.
people
Well,
trying
yeah,
to-
that's Sandusky.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
People swimming across Lake Erie.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're having
Canadians coming across in inner tubes across Lake Erie.
Mahoney County Mental Health and Recovery Board's going to be there. It's another great resource for our community. And side note, Eric Ongaro just became the president of that board.
Yep.
So he's having them their safe communities, preventing
cow.
and reducing traffic crashes and fatalities. They'll be by, like the Ohio State Patrol.
Yeah.
And then Rise Recoveries came to one of our meetings, and they wanted to just let us know that, they were here in the area, help with, addiction and whatnot. So if anybody has any questions, because addiction touches everybody.
Yeah. And that's 11 to 2.
11 to 2.
At the Poland Township Park. If you're watching this right now, there's like 30 people watching. Can you please share this? I know there's been people, we've been up to 50 a couple times on the thing. So if you could share this for us, just get the news out. We'll start posting. We'll post tomorrow like crazy, trying to get
And one great thing is we're trying, one other, well, we've done a lot, but one things that we've done is really ramped up our Facebook page. And if anybody wants to know what the Poland Township Police Department is doing and how we're improving, go to our Facebook page. We want our community to know where your money's going. What we're doing.
I had a
an
comment about
advertisement.
that actually. The comment I had about that was I've noticed big time since you came in the amount of like posts and updates and info that are coming through, which is I think important. And I think you realize
Very
that
important.
and it's the same like Craig did with the schools. It's like you guys are in front of things now versus behind, and there's not as many complaints. I don't think there's as many. You know what I mean? It's amazing and
Get out in front and guide
and update.
Yeah.
Like people want that, and I think that's always been a problem in our area. Is there's not enough embracing social media. And Grant, social media is a slime ball place sometimes, right? It's gross and there's people complaining, but I think there's like with these community groups, there's a lot of good info that comes
ways
out.
to use it. It's free advertising.
100%.
Is what it is.
And you'll notice we had to shut our comments off. We used to be able to post somebody and somebody could post a comment on there. However, once somebody posts a comment on our Facebook page,
it's got to stay.
It then becomes ours.
Open open
Sunshine Law.
Sunshine Law.
So if somebody deletes their own comment, but it's on our page, then somebody could come at us and say, well, so and so commented on that, and now it's not on your page. So we have to be safe. And I actually love the comments. I loved people to engage in the conversations. So we're looking around. One way around it is to hire an outside company to come in and do it, but it's very pricey to do.
Right.
Not worth it.
As soon as you could put, a period and then click it to our page. And this company's going to capture it and save it for us forever.
Oh, right.
But again, it's very costly.
Well,
all you gotta do is have all of your guys who have a Facebook page share it, and then the comments remain off on your
page.
Well,
that's what I do. I share it all the time.
Personal pages, they can all have.
I share the Poland Township stuff.
idea.
I share the Poland Township stuff from our page constantly to everything Poland, and then make it work that way. So that's cool.
share it.
But no, you guys, that is. I'm so glad you guys are doing that
You
because
have whoever share it to everything.
and I'm trying to get. So help me. Before I leave this earth, Poland Village is going to catch up and start doing that stuff too. I swear, Donnie, if you're watching,
He's
doing better.
He's doing a phenomenal job.
But I got to get them up to date on social media and posted stuff. I got to get it.
They just need to realize the power of it all. Like you understand the
Right. And
concept
Craig
of why
and
it's
him get it.
important.
Exactly.
Craig understands
So,
the concept of why it's important.
And-
Communication. It's another level of communication.
and getting in front of things. And I know you want to do that.
No, you're
but
good. We're
know,
good. I got nothing to do. You're good. Go
one
Craig.
thing that we're also going to have there is our neighborhood watch sign up. For people to come. So
what's that?
Yeah. So
I want to do that.
in March, as of March, we have one Struthers, Arrow Road, Cowden Road.
I gotta get my Chardonnay. I gotta get vineyards in there.
Yes, you do.
I'm in.
The Knights of the Night. That's from the office. That's from the office.
So one thing that we've done is, like Stymie Road, we had some problems with truck traffic up there. And so what I did is I sent out letters to everybody on Stymie Road and said, hey, come in. Let's talk about this. I want to hear what you have to say. And then, I want to be as transparent with you as I can. Okay. So I want to hear what you have to say, because that's what community policing is. It's working with your community to resolve a problem. So, they came in, we heard the issues, the problems that they were facing. Mm-hmm. And so now we're looking at how can we help you, so we're looking at different avenues on how we can help them. And just like Arrow Road, that one neighborhood watch, the first one that we had, speeding. Okay.
Makes sense.
Signs went up a week later, people dumping on Kansas Road. The following day, the road department was out there and cleaned up Kansas Road. I drove there just because I wanted to look to see how much debris was there, and it was clean. And I'm like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, but they'd already hit it. Yeah.
They went there the very next day.
Wow.
And then there was a couple things. So we were able to resolve those issues within a week. But those are issues that we didn't really know until we got them in and we heard from them. Look, this is the issues that we're having. So we want to establish as many neighborhood watch programs as we can, so then we can have them come into the department. Or like, I want to have one on the North Hill. Yeah. You don't have to come to the police department. We'll go to the fire department if they'll let us use their area. We'll come to you. Yeah. Tell us what you want from us. Yeah. And let us, help us help.
What's a neighborhood have to do to sign up for that?
So what we're going to do is we're going to have a sheet, and people just come up and you'll put your address. We need one person to be the guy or the girl.
I don't think I could be that guy.
The guy or the lady for that area. Yeah. So like Barb Stacy is, she's the one that handles that neighborhood watch. Right. She lives over there. She came to me. She wanted it. Okay, do you want to do it? So now what we're doing is we're looking into communication. So communication is key. We don't want to call everybody in every time we want to tell. Right. So we tried to make a Facebook page for that neighborhood watch. It's not going as great as what we want. So, I suggested, look, everybody has a cell phone. Let's just get on a group.
Group. Yeah.
A lot of people don't want their telephone numbers out, so we're going to be getting together again soon, trying to figure it out on, like Struthers. Struthers has a neighborhood watch. They have a Facebook page called Ward such and such.
They have different wards. Yeah.
And they're always, but it just seems like here it's not working out that way. And again, we can't do it. So like, I'm not going to develop a Facebook, page for that neighborhood watch, because then we would be responsible for keeping.
Yeah. You need somebody to do it. Yeah. We have one for our neighborhood for the vineyards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a page. Yeah. There's a
nice.
Vineyard. Yeah. I don't know how many people are on it.
So that's another thing. Did you guys see any of the pictures on Facebook? We actually have a life-size picture of Ethan with Pogo, and it's a facing hole. So you can actually come, put your face in there, and take a picture of you.
Pogo's face?
Yeah.
Or
Pogo's face or Ethan's face?
Ethan's face. I would never cut out Pogo's face. Are you kidding me?
I want to do it the other way. I want Ethan to stay there and me to be Pogo's face.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jen, Pogo is my favorite police officer.
Yeah, I agree with that. Pogo's amazing.
Pogo loves me.
Oh, dude, Pogo was all over. I don't know why that was, but she was all
right?
Over.
Yeah,
she's
Pogo's girl. Yeah, she loved me.
Man, that is funny. So all right, so I got to sign up. I'm not going to be neighborhood watch for me. I can't do that.
That's awesome. Talk to one of your neighbors.
Yeah, that's what we need.
And come up with who would be the representative. And let's get, we bought signs. We put signs all over that area.
I can't. That's too.
You don't
much.
want to give Luke that power.
I'll be like Batman.
Right.
Like, this is my
Well, that's
neighborhood.
what, in the office. That's what they had a black shirt and black pants with like a night crest, and then they had a red hat.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll be stopping. Excuse me, sir.
Knights
This is
of the
my
Night.
neighborhood. I need you to slow down. I
Right.
need you to stop here. I need to see
Total
some
power
ID.
trip. Have like a nightstick or something.
There's no way. Oh, that's too funny. All right, well, I'm gonna help. I'll find something.
Yeah.
And then what else? Anything else you going to talk about?
No, just you know what.
right.
Again, we have this coming up on Saturday. I'd love for everybody to get there.
Yep.
My door's always open. My phone's always on.
Yeah.
My email, it's on the
Yeah.
website. And I just, we want to be in the community. We want to hear from the
Love it.
community. We want to know what you want from us, and we'll provide it for you if we can.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing,
And Chief,
okay.
I wanted to give you some credit as a leader to everybody watching at home. I think it's super important that the Chief came on here, and as a leader, I think you're obviously doing a good job because you were able to come on here. You know every single one of your
That's
guys,
amazing.
and you know positive attributes about every single one of your guys. As a leader, that's huge, and I think you're doing an awesome
could
job. man.
Barely
That's
name the
really,
three
really
people
cool.
in my office.
Exactly.
One of them's my brother.
But that's awesome.
Well, thank you. I
commend
appreciate
you.
that.
All right, I have questions for you.
Okay, let's
Police
go.
questions.
Let's go.
Does a police officer, when they're pulling people over, parked on the side? This is the kind of questions I want to ask.
Okay.
Do you have to have your lights on? You understand? Like
when you pull,
when you're
when somebody drives by you,
when you drive by. So let's say I'm trying to pull somebody over for a speeding ticket, right?
you got the speed gun.
You got the speed gun out. Do you have to have your lights on?
Who?
The police officer.
No,
Are you allowed to hide behind a tree?
absolutely.
See,
How much of the car has to be exposed?
Of the police car?
Yeah.
None.
Wait, so you can literally park behind a building and like stick your arm out
I
around
could
with
climb
the
up
gun.
a tree with a
See,
portable radar.
I wish I hope Dad's
Absolutely.
watching. I hope
So
our
you
father's
can like
watching.
hide behind like a building. And
Absolutely.
Then, like, really? I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
Our dad, Pops.
I saw
swear.
you. Yeah, Dad swears like 30% of the vehicle has to be
I don't think I knew that was bad.
No.
So you can hide behind a tree and
like the
Absolutely.
police officers. Like when you're heading into Struthers, you remember how they used to go around the corner behind the shrubs? like,
Yeah.
of that
Yeah.
electric tower. That tower that's in off of what road is that? That heads down to
Water Street.
Struthers. Water Street. They
Yeah.
used to like go behind the bushes, and, like
Yeah.
hide in the
Yeah.
bushes, like the whole vehicle.
Truck cop, Michael go behind the sign, right where 224 goes together. He parks his truck right behind the sign and is behind the sign sometimes. And he hasn't been doing it lately, but he used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I was talking about.
And just think about it this way: there's a lot of places out there that aren't even there. They're not even present.
Right.
There's a machine that's
Right.
recording your speed and your license plate and sending you a ticket.
Right.
Yeah.
So if a cop doesn't even have to be there,
Right.
you
Right, right.
why would your car have to be there?
That's true.
See,
That's
that
very
was
true.
that was one of the police things I always want to know about. But you have to. What if a police officer's front light is out? Can you still give him a ticket? Somebody else a ticket, like a.
Absolutely.
Why? Why would that
Somebody
matter?
told me that. Somebody said if they don't have their light on, like the front light off,
Okay.
like if they're a pediddle, so to
Yeah.
speak, they can't give tickets because it's not a. Dude, that's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Or okay. What if at night a cop is sitting there and but they don't have any lights on at all? It's like totally pitch
Doesn't matter.
black. Doesn't matter. Interesting. Okay.
You should probably actually give yourself a ticket if you're driving a car with only one headlight.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, I would say the police car only has one head.
Yeah.
Have you so far? Have you had any citizens within the neighborhood watch do anything crazy?
No.
Like
No.
I'm going in citizens
No.
arrest.
That's communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not out there. There's
Like
we don't-
Batman.
there's no vigilantes out there. Like that. There was that movie.
Neighborhood Watch. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's communication. That's all it is.
Okay. Can you stand? Okay. Here's a good one. You guys, if I speed by you, so let's say you're on a bridge or something, I speed by you, you have to pull me over. You can't mail me a ticket, right? You have to.
Well, I mean,
Well,
you
not
could.
a-
I guess you could now because they have freaking robots that do it.
I guess you could, right?
Yeah, because they have robots that do that. Why can't they just have people?
So
do it?
if they're in the fire department, I go flying down 170. Could you mail me a ticket
But then you have the problem
of proving
of
it?
proving that it's you. Like a lot of those places are using a radar that's taking a picture of your face.
Yeah.
So they have the picture of your face with the license plate with the speed.
Me on the dash going.
So, but and the thing about it is I know these are questions for any place.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, these are
In
just
Poland
random questions.
Township.
You're never going to do this stuff. Yeah.
If somebody's driving recklessly, if
Yeah.
they're endangering people, we're going to do our job. But our thing is to maintain our streets and just make sure they're safe.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
You
just
got to expect to come in here and get a couple dumb questions. What about
I mean, have you ever watched the show?
I love all kinds of questions.
what about
Oh, good
somebody speeding coming into the township, but they're not at the township yet? But like right at the township line, like I'm going 60 in a 35, but I'm in the village, and then I hit, and then
Mike didn't see
and then
it.
I hit the township, but I hit the brake all the way down to 35 as I hit the line. Can you write me a ticket?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'd say, sir, this is not your jurisdiction.
Really?
Yeah, that's the town. That's the village.
And then I would say, oh, it's not our jurisdiction. Did you know Poland Township has jurisdiction in Poland Village?
Does it really?
Does it?
Yes.
Because it would be part of
It's Poland Village is inside.
in
Poland.
the township. What? Okay.
Wow, we're
the
learning.
opposite, though. I guess that would be the question. So the village couldn't screw with me in the township.
Correct.
Really?
Because the violation did not occur in their jurisdiction.
Which, let's be honest, it's probably going to happen in the village more than it is the township, anyways. So
and we actually have jurisdiction in Lowville as well.
because of in
Because
between,
it's the same
Really?
thing.
yeah.
I didn't know that. So you could
That makes total sense.
technically go down to the middle of Poland Village and just pull people. Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Do they get mad at you for doing stuff like that?
No, nobody gets mad.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we have, our relationship with Poland Village is great now.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going to say in the past, if that happened, somebody wouldn't, say
Yeah.
something, but now,
You guys are working together.
this is Poland.
Yeah, that's what
it
I'm
doesn't
saying.
matter if it's Poland Village. It doesn't matter if it's Poland Township.
Yep.
Now we're getting paid by the taxpayers of Poland Township. So,
Yep.
that's our main goal. Our focus is on Poland Township.
Right.
You know what? If somebody from Poland Village, if a police officer needs our help,
Yeah.
we're there.
Absolutely.
I've seen you guys go flying down there to help.
Absolutely. It's Poland. It's that.
Right.
Yeah, I understand. There's the village and the township, but you know what? We're
He
all
said,
here.
"Did you hear? I said that we are Poland. Remember?
Right,
The
exactly.
split. Because we're not from Poland originally. We're from North Lima.
Yeah.
And like when I came in here 15, 20, I think it might be 20, 18 years ago, I was amazed at the divide back then. Even this is recently,
It
15,
still
16
happens,
it is,
man.
but it's not as bad.
No.
I don't think it's as bad, but the divide there, it was like, what is going on? And I can see it now. It's slowly molding together, which is great.
It's not slowly molding
It's good.
together.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
It's
was
done.
over and done.
And
with.
that was it.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's amazing. I love that.
And it's credit to both departments.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
It wasn't
Totally.
one person that
Yep.
did it. It's like I said, I'm
Yeah.
very, very thankful
Yeah.
because I came into this position with 3 fantastic trustees,
Right.
with money that was
Yeah,
given to
but-
us, a great department that was already established by a great chief,
Right.
a great Poland Village chief and
Right.
department that's our partners in this, so to speak, and a great school system and a great community.
Right.
There's great. I mean, you can't
Absolutely.
even that's something we haven't even talked about yet is
Right.
this community and the people that make up this community.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's a great place. I would want to live
like,
anywhere else.
So like you asked me, what do I think?
Yeah.
What do you think about your job? What job?
yeah.
I'm
Love
living,
it going.
I'm living my dream right
Yep.
now. And so that's how I look at it.
Last question.
Go ahead.
Isaac gets tased. How bad does it hurt? Have you been tased?
Yeah, I think you have to.
You have to,
You
right?
do not have to get tased.
See, these
Back-
are all, we're
back-
breaking down the barriers.
So
Isaac.
back in the day, yes, you had to get tased because the departments required that you get
because they
tased.
want you to know what it feels like.
Yes.
Okay.
But then as time came,
Careful.
people were saying, well, we don't get shot with a gun, so why do you we don't
That's
know
a-
how
That's a great.
we don't
argument.
know how it. So
So we need to start shooting police officers. We need to start shooting people.
So they started saying, can we not get tased? And so, when I took over, I'm not going to make anybody get tased.
Yeah.
I strongly suggest that you get tased. I strongly suggest that you get maced.
Mace is bad.
I've been maced several times, and
Just
it is
because you were riding,
training,
or okay,
training.
I was just-
and training and on the job from the
Where
overspray,
the overspray-
and
yeah,
stuff
okay.
like that.
They ever
Yep.
do them at the same time, maced and then tased?
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of times, because sometimes one's not effective. There's people out there that you can mace and it's not effective. So then you have to go to your next tool, which would be your taser.
Have you ever been around mace when it sprays?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
I've been in like a bar. There was a bar fight one time, and I
Yeah.
was not in the bar fight,
Some-
but I was
some
by it. And like
idiot-
you said, it was the
Yeah.
spray, and it was like,
Mhm.
oh my god, it was terrible.
Some idiot at the lunch table had one of those, like accidentally sprayed it and got all over everybody.
Now Ethan got tased. When Ethan was trained,
Yes.
Ethan got tased.
Did he pee his pants?
He didn't pee his pants.
Did he poop his pants?
No.
If we wanted to arrange something for charity, could you tase me?
You know what? That would be something that I'd have to talk to the prosecutors about.
Okay.
Mahoney County?
Yeah.
I know this
You
guy.
know how much like you
To see-
you
to
know
see-
the power of
see
social
what-
media.
We'll see what the liability is.
I will
on
tell
that.
you what, if you
We could raise
said
some serious money.
for if you and I got tased and we said, hey, we'll do this for charity, there will be people throwing money at it to see us
Right.
get tased.
It's actually it's it's kind of weird, like when at training
Yeah.
and like when Ethan got tased, it's really something to see. It's something to see somebody's reaction,
Yeah.
because it's violent.
Yeah.
It's,
I've seen videos. It's nasty.
it's 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And like with Ethan, the following day he was sore because when
Your muscles are like
yes, when you
Yeah.
get that
Yeah.
shock, you automatically tense up.
right.
And so it was so that 5 seconds comes and goes. That's why I'd rather, but I've never been tased,
Yeah.
but I would think I'd rather be tased because it's 5 seconds.
The mace
Mace
is freaking brutal. Yeah.
It just lasts.
yeah.
Right.
And lasts.
Yeah.
Milk doesn't help. Water doesn't help.
Right.
Nothing helps.
You're-
It just
Our cousin's a police officer in Austin town, and he shared a video of him getting tased.
mhm.
And he's a tall,
He's a big
big
too.
kid, and he
Yeah.
dropped. It was like,
Dropped.
wow. So all right, you're gonna have to get permission from mom, because remember we messed with her the one time.
We called her and told her.
I told her we were gonna get Isaac tased by the police. She freaked. So
Yeah.
that's on you there. So.
I would suggest if it happens, you probably shouldn't wear those shorts though.
Something
listen,
might fall out when
I'm
you.
gonna, but I'll do it. But like on top of that, we'll have me drink like a gallon of water leading
Yeah.
up to it.
The reason he's saying that is you can't see it. Isaac has the shortest shorts on ever. Yeah, they are. They're like, look at those things, dude. They're like 1980. If you fall down, your sack will fall out. Look at, yeah, dude. Go back to the 80s.
I have worse. She gives me a hard time about my shorts all the time.
It's ridiculous.
It's something else.
Geez. All right. Well, we're at like an hour and 40 minutes here. So or hour and 20 minutes. So again, review 11 to 2, Poland Township Park. Show up.
Saturday?
Hot dogs Saturday. This Saturday. Hot dogs, desserts, helicopter. I mean, kids, all kinds of stuff. So
It's just
Pogo
so
will
much
be there.
stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So and again, one thing, a shout out to all the participants that were there last year
Yeah.
for rescuing those 5 puppies
Yeah.
that were there.
Oh, the puppies will be there. We forgot about the
Puppies are going to be
Yeah.
there. Please come out, check out the dogs.
Yep.
The 2 adult dogs that we have. Archer's a big pit bull.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. Go check him out on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
But the dog is so
Like
laid
friendly.
back.
Yeah.
He's friendly. Loki, who's staying with Stephanie right now, it's weird because they think, I don't know, the way he walks, he kind of goes to the side sometimes,
right.
and it's really cute, and he's a really great dog. And if you go to our page, there's Jameson's actually been there for 4 years now, so he's been in this cage for 4 years.
Oh boy.
And Jameson is my favorite dog.
Yeah.
In the like me and him have a bond.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when he first came in, he was really sad and everything. So Sherry would go and she would take care of the other dogs. And I would go into his cage with him and I would just lay down with them.
Right.
It's like she takes these dogs for walks. She'll be gone for an hour.
Hours. Yeah.
Just
Right.
walking. I'm not walking.
Yeah,
You know?
right. Yeah.
So I go in the cage with her with the dog, and I developed this relationship with Jameson, and Sherry and I took him to the dog trainer on Western Reserve Road. I forget what her name
right
is.
by 680 right there.
Yeah,
right. Yep.
yeah. And we took him there every Sunday, for training. Just in addition to the time we volunteer there, and like that dog, like if there was just under the right circumstances, that one person that gets him is gonna just be he's gonna be just the best partner for that person.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
So you got check the website out, come out, check them out, come out, check out the cops, check out
helicopters
Pogo will be there,
Jeez,
helicopters, food, so much information, mental health, disabilities, addiction,
The Canadian border
the
from
Canadian
Sandusky.
border, all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on. We're gonna have you on again.
Two more times.
Two more times. We already see he signed up for a contract now. He has to come on two more times.
2 times.
And
See,
then
that wasn't bad.
no, he
No.
did great. He did fantastic. And we were good too, I think.
Yes,
Pretty well behaved.
you guys were very well.
See, he was
behaved,
so
and I
worried about
appreciate
us
that.
getting him in trouble,
Yeah. We
which
didn't
is
say anything too bad.
we're rightfully so. So, all right. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Diva the Nations, we're streaming them in.
Mhm.
They have an event coming up. We'll talk to them. Next week, Tuesday, we'll do a talk back, and then Thursday next week is Kelly Pavlik and Zion Hensley are coming on the show. You see that girl boxer, the little that she's
From
like
Western Reserve.
11 or
She
12.
went to, so you guys got to tune in for Zion. She is going into 7th grade, went for boxing, has been working with Kelly Pavlik. She went to the national championship of the United States and was, it was, I guess, people from all around the world won out in this championship, in this league or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Goes all the way to the championship round. In the semifinals, beats the tar out of the person she was fighting, goes to the championship round. After watching her fight, her opponent that she was supposed to fight in the championship round was like, yeah, we're good. We're going home. She won
Wouldn't
the
even
national.
fight him.
Wouldn't even fight her.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
see her.
we're good. We're good.
We had her
Yeah.
in here. I wasn't here.
They're like, yeah, we're good. We're just
You
going to
had
go
her
home.
hitting
Yeah.
the pads. It was so like 12-year-old. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So at this
You would
point,
be on the ground.
she's just got to get to 16, and she's an Olympic athlete from Youngstown.
I mean, she is so
working
fast.
with she's never run track in her life. She over the summer has been running at YSU against high school athletes in these tournaments,
and beating her.
and she's been coming in like 5th place against high school seniors. She's just like freak of nature.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms
And I
of
can't
boxing,
get I
like,
can't get my boys
we
off the
haven't-
couch. I
She
can't,
will be an Olympic athlete.
I can't get my boys off the couch to play to go outside.
Right,
Like, I can't get them to do anything.
Yeah, and she's every day I see her dad post pictures of her like doing pull-ups and stuff, like 40 pull-ups at a time. It's like, what is
I'm like,
happening?
Lucas, take the garbage out. No, I'm good, Dad.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she's the
All
truth,
right.
though. I'm excited to talk to her and Kelly.
So yeah, that's
Here.
next week. So all right, we'll see everybody tomorrow at 9. Chief, thanks a lot, man. Good
No
stuff.
problem.
Yep.
Love it.
Thank
We'll
you
see
guys for
Saturday.
having me.
Oh, this
Yep.
has been great. All right, we'll see everybody later.
Play our advertisement again with Amy Watkins.
advertisement, then we'll go music. All right, see ya.
If
Bye.
you're looking to buy or sell a home or even a horse farm, call me, Amy Watkins with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Stauffer Realty, and I'll be with you every step of the way.
When I'm out walking, I strut my stuff, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on like a blister